350 Madison is the local action group of the international organization 350.org. Started in January of 2012 by local climate activists, we plan and participate in local, national, and international actions to raise the political will necessary to force meaningful action on climate change. We help unite the message of the many groups that are working toward action on climate change into one specific goal: getting us below 350 parts per million of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. This level is what many scientists have said is the safe upper limit for our climate. However, we are already at 392 parts per million and seeing the effects of climate change, such as Hurricane Sandy. What we need to do is avoid the tipping points, such as the melting of the Greenland ice sheet and out-of-control methane gas release from permafrost melt. To avoid these tipping points, 350 Madison is dedicated to bringing our atmospheric parts per million of CO2 back down to 350 parts per million. We are working locally as part of the global climate movement. Members of 350 Madison traveled to the White House last year to get arrested in protest of the Keystone XL pipeline. Some other members of 350 Madison went down recently to the tar sands blockade, which is happening in Texas, where they are already building part of the Keystone pipeline. Once a year, 350.org has held International Days of Action. Last year's was called Climate Impacts Day, connecting the dots between extreme weather and climate change. Here in Madison, our event was a teach-in at the farmers market. We hosted 8 farmers from the state that talked about the impacts that climate change is already having on their farming, which is their livelihood. For example, the apple orchards in the state had 80% crop loss due to the early spring. In addition to these global days of action, which have occurred in every country on the planet besides North Korea, we also have local campaigns that we plan each month. We have monthly meetings the first Monday of each month, and you can find more details at 350madison.org. Right now, we have working groups that are focusing on Wisconsin pipeline issues, as well as community outreach and education, and our newest campaign, getting the UW Foundation to divest from fossil fuels. 350 Madison is working with Climate Action 350 UW, the student group, in calling on the UW Foundation to divest from any companies who extract, transport, process, or distribute fossil fuels. We are joining over 150 colleges and universities in the United States in this divestment campaign. On December 3rd, we delivered over 1,200 petition signatures to President Knetter of the UW Foundation. We are also going to take on other tactics of getting the foundation to divest, because we will not take no for an answer. This is our future at stake.